welcome to another installment, Ketron's radio service. Up on the bench we have a 1942 Capehart 410M electronics. So this machine here is owned by a good friend of mine whose family purchased brand new in 1942 out of Chicago, Illinois. So a very expensive machine in its day. It is now fully electronically serviced and what I could call restored. So as you see before us, we have the radio playing, and on the left hand side we have the 13.5-inch Jensen M20 bass speaker, our Jensen 12-inch treble on the right hand side, and we have 2 amps here which have been modified and painted by a different service technician back in 2017. My main job was to put everything together and to restore the radio tuner, which we have here on the right hand side. So the radio tuner is Capehart's cutting edge for 1942. In 1938 or 39, Farnsworth purchased Capehart, and by 1941 they started doing things their own way with brand new state-of-the-art electronics and upgrades that no other Capehart had before 1941. So a very magnificent machine, very impressive for 1942. The radio tuner sports FM, pre-war FM. So we have the pre-war FM band, which is no longer able to be used today unless you have a converter, for modern FM, which is used after World War II. And we have 2 shortwave bands. So the radio tuner is a beautiful piece in itself, as it features some very interesting items that are not seen on previous years. So utilized inside the radio tuner is a selector switch with a number of wafers and contacts, and it is used for the preset feature. You have a series of relays and selector motors that kind of tell the machine what to do as you press the buttons, which you will see in the next video coming up once this is inside its cabinet. Yes, I have the cabinet here in the workshop, and we'll be reassembling everything and showing the record changer soon. So a little closer look here. Amplifiers, which were done previously by a different technician in 2017. He repainted the amplifiers, which is incorrect for the year, but he did a very nice job. Electronically has been modified to add in cutoffs here at the chassis, which was not a pre-war feature, but works well in this setup. We have our beautiful speakers, they're speaker cones. Our play control is right here. I have the compartment light on. There it is off. Play control has to be hooked up for this to work, unless it is bypassed. In this situation, we opened and cleaned it, and it works great. And we have the radio tuner, and we're going to show you what we did here. We completely rebuilt the front end. You see the replacement aluminum parts here. In 1942, Capehart is known for pop metal in certain areas within their tuner chassis, as well as the changer. So we have a replacement record changer, which is pre-1941 or 1941, that's installed. We'll be demonstrating soon. The radio tuner, very nice. We still have the remnants of the original pop metal here, and the play control, or the preset housing, is very difficult and near impossible to remove, and we do not have any replacements on hand. We thought we did, but we do not. Should be okay, no issues, it is stable. We have our tuning gang here. The whole front end here was completely rebuilt, courtesy of the owner who reproduced the aluminum parts. I got new dial belts, did all new dial strings, new capacitors, resistors throughout the set, and we also had brand new dial strings installed, as you can see. Our presets are here underneath, as well as our function switch for off, for manual tuning, and then we have our presets here, which goes all the way down to the phono control here, which we'll demonstrate soon. So let's take a look underneath of the radio tuner here real quick, and we'll see some of the work we did and also that selector switch in action. Okay, here we have the underside of the radio tuner. It's very complex, very intricate. Capehart's finest before the war. You can see our new capacitors. All the resistors and micas have been checked. They are good. This set was very well preserved for many years after the original owner had passed on the machine to other family members. We have our IF and RF sections here, our trimmers, and down here is what's very interesting. This is a selector motor switch right here. This is a selector, and the motor and switch are back in this quadrant. So we have our 3 relays here, which I rebuilt, reinstalled. All these wires were cut previously. Somebody really did a hack job to this radio tuner. They didn't replace any capacitors or any other parts. They destroyed the relays, and especially the selector motor switch was in pieces. I took this out of a parts unit, rebuilt it, took it apart, rebuilt it, oiled it up, and it works flawlessly. So let's take a look here. So as you press the button here on the front, on the back, it will move. And you can see the relays clickety-clackety as well, back and forth. And what it does is it moves this entire shaft for our presets, which will be set by the owner at his home once the Capehart goes back to his place. So you can kind of see that move. Really neat stuff. Very intricate. And then back to manual tuning. So that's the underside of what we've done. This was a very long and enduring restoration. Now complete. Stay tuned, and we will see everything back in the cabinet and playing with a demonstration there. Thanks for watching.